In the headlines, ISWAP terror video ignites protest in Kaduna as group threatens abduction of President Buhari, Governor El Rufai. Federal government confirms 16 new cases of monkeypox from 12 states. Blackout looms as electricity workers join NLC ASU protest. On the foreign scene, at least 17 Haitian refugees killed as boat capsizes off Bahamas. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Dashan Husseina Usman. Now the news in detail. The release of a video by terrorists flogging hostages of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack has sparked protests in Kaduna by angry youths. The angry youths who blocked Nnamdi Azikiwe Expressway, demanding the immediate action by government to rescue the remaining hostages of the train attack, say the lives of the hostages are in danger. The report.
The recent video in circulation showing the terrorists flogging their hostages sent fears to the minds of not just the relatives, but also angered the youth in Kaduna State. The protesting youth blocked Nnamdi Azikiwe Expressway to show their anger.
Yesterday, when I saw that video, I was shocked.
We are in a state of coma when we had that shock news. For 125 days now, our people are under the captivities of kidnappers, and the government could not take an action.
Relatives of the victims also said despite effort to facilitate the rescue of their loved ones, the authority concerned restricted them.
Those that are holding our our brothers and sisters and mothers and aunts, call us to come and pick some of the sick among us, and unfortunately, the organs of the government deny us the opportunity to get them back with us. It is quite touching. I couldn't believe it.
We are ready for any demand they will want from us. It's just that because we are being restricted by certain people, that is why we are calming things down.
Dukurmamu was in the forefront of the negotiation with the terrorists, which led to the release of some. React to this video in circulation.
Killing of innocent victims, notwithstanding your religion, is not a problem to them. So, and that is why it surprises me when this kind of threats is being taken lightly by the federal government, because these are people that can inflict harm, that can kill at any slightest provocation. So why must we wait, for example, until when we started recording casualties?
It's over 3 months since the terrorists attacked Abuja-Kaduna train, killing some and abducting several others. While others were released, several others are still held captives.
President Muhammadu Buhari has supported Nigeria's security agencies morally, materially, and by providing equipment, and is expecting good results in return as soon as possible. A statement on Sunday by his spokesman, Garba Shehu, however, asked the Nigerian media to increase its support for the fight against the exploitation of the internet and social media for terrorist purposes. This, Shehu explained, is because the terrorists were not deploying new tactics, but the same old strategy of employing propaganda and violence to force government to submit to their demands. He also highlighted the dilemma security agencies were faced with, pointing out that while the popular call for carpet bombing of known locations may satisfy an angry public, it will not be in the interest of the hostages. The statement insisted that security forces will not relent in their duties, but I expected that the public should provide them with the needed support. Still on security, terrorists have killed 3 passengers, including a driver, at Faru village on Katsina Jibia Road Sunday afternoon. The terrorists reportedly abducted unspecified number of passengers in the process. The 40-kilometer Katsina Jibia Road has over 40 security checkpoints, but the terrorists operated for over an hour without response from any operative. Witnesses say security personnel from Niger Republic crossed into the country to chase the terrorists away, rescuing some passengers from the bandits. At least 7,000 members of the Civilian Joint Task Force have paid the supreme price in the ongoing fight against insurgency in the northeast region as the volunteer security outfit called for the integration of its members in the northwest to tackle rampant banditry and kidnappings. The revelation came to the fore at the National Summit of the Leadership of the Civilian Joint Task Force in Abuja. Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman reports.
Security challenge in the northwest is enormous, going by increased banditry and presence of terrorist elements. National Chairman of the Civilian Joint Task Force, Kelani Mohammed, says defeating terrorists in the northwest states of Kaduna, Katsina, Zamfara, Sokoto, and Niger requires a proper integration of the local security architecture with the conventional forces to end the killings.
The local youths know their communities very well, and they are determined to protect their area and family members. Already, the leadership of civilian JTF in the country have a role of recruiting decent youths who are willing to defend their areas and their families. These youths have a history of bravery, and if given the chance, many will volunteer to work in the task force in order to bring respite and rid their community from insurgency and banditry.
Speaking at the summit, Deputy National Commander of the Joint Task Force, Madu Aji Isa, says in Borno State, there are 32,000 volunteer fighters battling insurgents with the support of the state government, lamenting that 7,000 members have paid the supreme price in the process.
We must instill respect and discipline in this security outfit. We have to also address the issue of conflicting roles.
The summit is coming at a time state governments are deploying all kinds of strategies to respond to the growing insecurity in the country, leading to killings of hundreds of armless citizens, especially in the northwest region. Shafiu Suleiman, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Tongues are still wagging on the shocking incident of a young lady, Ife, that set her husband Bolu Bamidele ablaze in Oshogbo and committed suicide thereafter. Trust TV's Hamid Oyegbade reports that the families of the couple have been thrown into mourning while rumored money ritual as root of the bizarre incident went viral. This report is presented from our studios.
Ife was living comfortably at Bolu's house at Koka community in Oshogbo with a car that her husband bought for her. July 14th was Ife's birthday. Her husband, Bolu, a Cairo-based businessman, traveled to Nigeria for Ife's birthday celebration. After the birthday party at Bolu's mother's house, the couple returned to their own house at Koka community. According to reports, Bolu was sleeping when Ife opened his phone and read his WhatsApp messages. She saw a message suggesting that Bolu had a child from another woman, while she was yet to have a child for him. Ife called her mother-in-law, Abike Bamidele, and told her that she found something on Bolu's phone and that both of them would die.
When Ife called me on that day, say he has already seen something on Bolu's phone. That grandma, come and see something. I told you, say, Bolu, I have a girlfriend at the hotel.
Immediately she got the call, Bolu's mother ran to the house to meet Ife, but it was too late. She said Ife set her son ablaze after locking him up in the house and ran away. Bolu was confirmed dead at the University College Hospital, Ibadan.
Yes, on getting to Bolu's house, we met Bolu's friend car. So I want to ask them to, what is happening? But yeah, let us go to this place. On getting to Bolu, very near to Bolu's house, I saw light, fire, heavy fire. As I get down, now people say, yeah, go, your son is now taken to, rushing to Osun Central Hospital. Getting to Osun Central Hospital, they should have already transfer him to Lautech. On getting to Lautech, they say we should now go to University of Ibadan Teaching Hospital. So all his friends followed her to that Ibadan.
After Bolu's burial, an angry mob went to the house of Ife's parents and vandalized it, rendering the family homeless. Ife eventually called one of Bolu's brother and announced that she ate poison and explained that Bolu did not use her womb for ritual as rumored.
jáde síṣẹ́ wádìí. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ Bólú pé mi lè pa Bólú mi léṣe Bólú léṣe. Torí Bólú ni mo ṣe dání tó ń lọ sí church. Tẹ́lẹ̀ máa rí kọ́bí kọ́ mi. Torí mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Bólú ti kú ní ìmọ̀ pé ó ti kú tẹ́lẹ̀. Ìmọ̀ pé ọkọ mi ti kú, mo rò pé ara rẹ̀ máa yá sí máa wá lọ bá tó ń gbọ́ máa mọ̀ wípé èṣù ló gbọ́ mi iṣẹ́ ìyá rẹ̀ dẹ̀.
It was the work of the devil. You know I love Bolu. I know that Bolu is dead. I didn't know he would die. Please, record this call. I'll return to Oshogbo and turn myself in. People lie that Bolu used my womb for money ritual. It is not true. He did not use my womb for money ritual. He only cheated on me. I have eaten poison. Anytime from now, anything can happen. As at the time of filing this report, Ife's corpse was at the morgue at State Hospital in Oshogbo, and whereabouts of her parents could not be ascertained.
The Ogun State Governor, Dakwa Abiodun, has declared Tuesday as a work-free day in the state as the deadline for voter registration comes to a close. The governor said this in a statement issued by his chief press secretary, Kunle Shomari, in Abeokuta. He said the one-day public holiday is to provide a window for all workers in the state who have either lost their cards, not registered, or who might need to travel to their wards, local government areas and constituencies to perfect their permanent voter registration or transfer their cards where necessary to enable them to participate in the next general elections. The governor urged all eligible voters to seize the opportunity of the holiday to go to their wards and constituencies to search for their registered voter cards, fill the claims and objection forms, and transfer the PVCs where necessary. And on health, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control on Sunday confirmed 16 new positive cases of monkeypox in 12 states. The center said from January 1 to July 17, 2022, there have been 338 suspected cases and 117 confirmed cases, with 3 deaths recorded in Delta, Lagos, and Ondo states. Adding that since the re-emergence of the disease in September up to July 17, 2022, 850 suspected cases have been reported from 35 states. According to the World Health Organization data, there have been 16,016 monkeypox cases, of which 4,132 were recorded in the past week, with 5 deaths. You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. Fortune smiles at Kano gifted schoolgirl whose ambition is quality education. We'll be right back.
That's great. Good to see you.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. You heard that ISWAP threatens abduction of President Buhari as bandits take captives in Taraba and Katsina states. We also told you that federal government confirms 16 new cases of monkeypox from 12 states. Moving to other stories, electricity workers on Sunday say they will join the solidarity protest of the Nigerian Labour Congress over the ongoing strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities. Power sector workers under the aegis of the National Union of Electricity Employees made their position known in a letter issued by the General Secretary Joe Ajero to the Vice Presidents of States and Administrative Councils chapter secretaries of the union. The directive enjoined all members of the union to massively mobilize and actively participate in the solidarity protests. Nigeria's power sector recently witnessed a grid collapse that led to the crash of power generation from over 3,900 megawatts to 3 megawatts, a development that caused blackouts across the country. At least 2 ladies and 6 men have been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency over attempts to import hundreds of cocaine pellets into Nigeria. They are also accused of trying to export thousands of tramadol tablets, among other illicit drugs, to Europe through the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport Abuja, Akanu Abiam International Airport Enugu, and Murtala Muhammad International Airport Lagos. Here's an update of the activities of the NDLEA in the just-ended week.
The streaks of arrests and seizures began on Sunday, 17th July, when a 52-year-old father of 3, Okwo Paul Okechukwu, was arrested on arrival from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, via an Ethiopian airline flight at the Abuja airport for ingesting 76 pellets of cocaine. He has since completed excreting all the 76 wraps of the drug he swallowed while under observation at the agency's facilities in Abuja. In the same vein, another father of 3, Lawrence Chijoke, aged 42, was arrested at the Abuja airport same day in an operational synergy between NDLEA and the Nigeria Customs Service at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Chijoke, who hails from Umuahia in Umuahia local government, Abia State, was arrested during an inward clearance of Ethiopian airline flight from Addis Ababa with 529 pellets of cocaine, weighing 11.70 kilograms concealed in his bag. NDLEA operatives also on Saturday, 23rd July, arrested 29-year-old Miss Unora Caritas Onyinye at the Enugu airport upon arrival on Ethiopian airline flight from Addis Ababa. A search of her luggage led to discovery of 2.192 kilograms of cocaine concealed in 2 designers' women handbags with false linings. The operatives on Monday, 18th July, intercepted some illicit substances concealed in a consolidated cargo going to Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Also the same day, Monday, 18th July, the bid by an Italy-bound passenger, Tony Osas, to export 10 250 tablets of tramadol, 255 milligrams, to Europe through the Lagos airport was foiled by NDLEA operatives who intercepted him at Gate B, departure hall, during outward clearance of passengers on a Turkish airline flight to Milan. In Kaduna, a driver, Jamilu Lawal, was arrested on Saturday, 17th July, along Abuja-Kaduna Expressway with 157,000 tablets of diazepam weighing 37.5 kilograms. A follow-up operation same day led to the arrest of the actual owner of the consignment, Abubakar Isiaku, in Katsina. In Abuja, no fewer than 4 persons were arrested over 345.4 kilograms of cannabis seizures in the FCT, while Muhammad Awal, aged 37, God's Power John, aged 34, and Chukuma Ode, aged 35, were arrested in Jabi Park over a 77.7 kilogram drug consignment on Monday, 18th July. While commending the officers and men of the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Kaduna, Sokoto, FCT and Anambra commands for the arrest, seizures and their tenacity, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA, Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Marwa, retired, in a statement by the Director, Media and Advocacy of the NDLEA, Femi Baba Femi, urged them and their colleagues across the country to remain steadfast in pursuit of the agency's goal of ridding all parts of Nigeria of illicit substances.
A young, gifted girl from Kano, Saratu Garba Dang Azumi, has been warming the hearts of many with her mathematical skills, especially in the area of arithmetics. The 11-year-old told Trust TV that her dream is to go back to school and have a formal education for both personal and national development. Foundations are now offering to sponsor her education. Abbas Dalibi encountered her in Kano and now reports.
Every child is special in his or her own way, but some are exceptionally talented. This is in the case of 11-year-old Saratu Dan Azumi, who can easily pass as a genius due to her mathematical reasoning that enables her to solve numerical questions within a short period of time without the use of any aid. To confirm this, I put her to the test. I asked her if I'm 30 years old, how many days I spent on the earth, and she said 10,080 days. I also asked her, Media Trust established 21 years ago, how many days the company spent so far, and she said 7,560 days. The primary 4 people who quit school for over a year due to discrimination said she got the skills from her mathematics teacher. Saratu's mother, Malama Rabi'atu Dan Azumi, said she discovered a talent in her 6th child, who happens to be her last born, 5 years ago, adding that apart from numerical skills, she is also excellent in entrepreneurship and she is self-reliant. She is good at business and sewing of local hands fans. Her father, Garba Dan Azumi, said members of the communities usually contact her for solutions to mathematical questions, adding that people now come from across the country to see her. The hope of people of Godai village in Gaya local government area of Kano State is to have an equipped standard primary school so that special ability in their young ones can be harnessed and utilized. Abbas Ibrahim Alibi, Trust TV, Kano.
A delicacy known as masa is commonly consumed as staple food in northern parts of Nigeria, but more prominent in Bauchi State, northeast Nigeria. Customers testify that masa is even exported far and near for different occasions. In this special report, Adamu Imam speaks to Bauchi residents on why masa is so attractive. The report.
Masa can be best described as traditional food that made in different communities in northern Nigeria, with different sizes and prices depending on the need at a particular time. Customers testify that Bauchi Masa is so unique that what makes it special.
To combine it with kulikuli and kilishi, this is my favorite. But some people used to like add it with the soup, but for me it's only the kilishi. The content embedded in the masa, it's used to take like 4 days. If proper storage is being taken, it used to take like 4 days without any spoilage. So
also, masa usually taken with soup and pepper, popularly known as garin kuli kuli, to make it so smooth while eating at any time. I swear this masa is so sweet and it has quality. I skipped many places only to buy masa here. You can see now I bought for 3,000 naira. They are packaging for me to send it to Abuja.
And finally, away from Nigeria, at least 17 people have died after a boat carrying dozens of Haitian refugees capsized off the coast of the Bahamas. Bahamian Prime Minister Philip Davis on Sunday said rescue teams recovered the bodies of 17 people, including an infant, and 25 people were rescued, 4 of them women. Meanwhile, Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez said up to 60 people may have been on board and more people are presumed missing. Bahamian authorities say that 2 people have been taken into custody, both from the Bahamas, over the suspected human smuggling operation. All those on board were believed to be migrants from Haiti. With this, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Darshan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.